Oh my god. That's one thing I hate about it around here. All these fucking disgusting looking people are walking around with their shirt off because it's been like 34 degrees out. Hey there everybody, Reverse Motozuki here. How y'all doing today? I'm doing about as good as those clouds look, so that's cool. This fucking kid. I haven't touched this bike in like a couple of weeks. It's been retarded. I've been so busy with just the randomest shit. So yeah, I've been dealing with shit like moving out my sister was living at my house and she bought her own house, so now she's moved out, and she's moved out officially now. And I got a new fridge, which was pretty easy, and then my girlfriend had to sell her vehicle because it was just too much money, and then get a cheaper vehicle, and that was just like every day after work we were fucking around with something to do with a vehicle. And I've just been super busy, so I haven't even gotten a chance to look at these bikes. Oh, Scoots McGee! I want to get a fucking scooter. Yeah. Tits bouncing everywhere. Fuck, it smells like a bleached asshole down here. Oh, another scooter with a fat lady on it. I think that's like a trend around here. Scoots. Fat ladies. Pass it on the shoulder. Fuck the laws. So speaking of scooters, no, I don't want a scooter, but I've been throwing around the idea of getting myself a Grom. So the obvious choice is the Grom, but there's now Kawasaki's got that little Z125 Pro out, and I've been kind of eye-fucking that a little bit. It looks pretty cool, but it looks like so far all they have is green, which I like green, but I don't know, I just feel like, you know, everyone's gonna have green. If you get that Grom, you know, there's a few different colors: white, black, and blue, and yellow, and red, and all that shit. So I'm really kind of throwing around the idea, and I'm trying to research them, and there's not a whole lot of information that I could find because my computer hacking skills are novice to beginner. Now, before you guys go off and start calling me a hipster or whatever the hell normal bikers call Grom riders, I've wanted a small bike like that street legal for as long as I can remember. Way back in the day when I was like maybe 12, a friend of mine had a Honda Trail 70 or CT 70, whatever they are. We used to boot that thing all around his house, and then I later found out that those are street legal as well, and I've been trying to find one, and they're all around here anyways. It seems like anything that I want to buy is really popular with everybody, and so they're retardedly expensive. Like around here, you will not find a Honda Trail 70 for under $2,000. Now another choice would be Pitbikes. There's a brand I cannot remember, and I'll try to throw a picture or a link up on the screen and in description. There is a brand of Pitbikes that copy that Honda 70, and they are street legal, and they are a 125, but then they're also, the price is like, I think they're about $2,600 Canadian, plus you gotta get the stupid thing shipped, plus it's basically a Chinese bike, which is basically a piece of crap unless you are a small child that doesn't really ride that often or that hard. So naturally, the only choice left would be a Grom or a Z125 Pro, because those new, they're just over $3,000, and used around here they're like mid-2s, so it's affordable for even the cheapest of assholes such as myself. But herein lies the big problem out of all of this shit, which kind of really sucks, is having a Grom or a small bike like that, street legal or not, is really only fun if you have at least one other friend with the same bike that you can go cruising with. I don't think a Grom would be a whole lot of fun ripping around the road with a bunch of fucking, you know, Ninja 600s or R1s. And none of my friends really ride. Some guys at work do, but they're all Harley guys. So that one might get thrown on the back burner for now. But I'm wondering which one you guys prefer, or which one you would get, if any, and why. Tell me why in the comments. So I got a little story. This just happened yesterday, actually. It's kind of funny. So I drive a dump truck, and so I was hauling this scrap steel rebar shit to this metal recycler's place. And I was been there a couple times, and this particular time I stopped on my way out, and there's, you know, I was just doing whatever, doing paperwork or some shit, and this truck zoomed past me, a pickup with a trailer. And where this place is, it's like a long straight road, like a few hundred feet long, and it's right beside a car dealership, so there's like cars parked on either side of this road. So it's a normal width road until you have all these cars, and then it's only like a one lane road. So anyways, I get back in my truck, and I see Buddy who zoomed by me, and he's out at the end of the road turning on the highway. And then there was some other truck, like a pickup, sitting there. And then, so I kind of got in my truck, and I was sitting there, and then this guy started to like roll backwards. So I was like, okay, you must have made a wrong turn or something. So I just start driving towards the highway. And I got to this truck, and I always glance at vehicles, whatever. And both the guys in the truck, some young guys, they just fucking threw their arms up at me, and I could see they were swearing and shit. So I threw my arms up, and I flipped them off, and I was like, what the fuck's your problem? And then I stopped, and then they tried to squeeze behind me, and I fucking threw it reverse. And I didn't like hit them or anything, I just crept back, and then they stopped, and the passenger got out, and he runs around the back of this truck, and he fucking starts yelling at me. He's like, you fucking prick, can't you see that we're coming down there and all this? And I was like, I was waiting at the fucking wide spot for you, and plus they were backing up anyways. The guy's like, there's no wide spot, show me the wide spot. And he was just fucking losing it. He's like, I'll drop you, you plug. And this guy was like 150 pounds soaking wet. And if any of you guys ever saw me, I'm 220 and decently fucking big. And so then I fucking put the truck in park, and I opened the door, and I was standing there fucking pointing. I was like, it's right fucking back there, buddy. I was like, get a clue. And then the guy backed off. It was fucking hilarious though. It's like, as soon as he saw me, he's just like, fuck no. And I was like, bitch! He got back in his truck with his boyfriend, and fucking they each gave each other a fucking Dutch rudder. I was ready to throw down though. I've been having one of those weeks where, you know, shit just kind of gets me wrong, and I wasn't mad and I wasn't yelling at the guy, but I mean, if he wanted to fucking throw down, I would have let him have one, and I would have fucking finished the job. Like, I'm not a fighter at all, but I would have fucking laid this guy out. I know, he's just a scrawny little bitch. Did you see that lightning? Holy fuck, I shouldn't be riding in that. Well guys, there ain't much more to say. There ain't much more to do. I want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more awesome, because that's what I do. More awesome. If you haven't already found that out, please bang that subscribe with your cock, or your pussy, or your tits too. You can do that. Anything that really will hit the mouse button, do that. Fuck, I better slow down. I'm retarded. There we go. And also, please give me a like or a dislike if this video really wasted your time, which 95% of the time they do. if you know, that's why I make them so short, because if you watch the whole thing, you're really not out that much time if you hated it. So keep it raw, y'all, and I'll catch ya fucking later.